When I say listen, you really want to listen to it, take it in, think about it to see that if you agree or if you disagree. Hello guys, welcome back to another relationship episode. When you see Pablo, you know it's time to talk about love and relationships.
You're gonna learn tonight.
Last time we did a video about the 4 things you need to know before moving with your partner. If you missed that video, you can still watch it by clicking the link here. Also, we have a playlist about relationships, so feel free to check it out to watch more. And today we are talking about another important thing.
Communication.
Yeah, so we all know that being able to communicate with your partner is the key for a longer and healthier relationship. No matter you are still during your lovey-dovey stage or even after that, communication is always the most important thing for all of us. If you already have great communications with your partner, congratulations. Maybe this video is not for you, but if you would like to improve it, we would like to share some useful tips and also how we deal with our conflicts.
Although I think communication takes practice, so even if you're already great at communication or you think you guys have a great relationship already, who knows, maybe still listening to these tips will help you reinforce that.
Our tip number 1 today is...
It takes 2 to tango.
I like to say you can clap with one hand.
Or like I say, you can't give a high five to yourself.
Have you ever heard of that? I even looked it up on Google and I couldn't find it.
You can't give a high five to yourself, try.
So, our tip number 1, it takes 2 people to communicate. If one person in a relationship is not willing to talk about the problem, it's very hard to really make it work or move forward. So I think the reason why Pablo and I, we are very happy with our relationship so far is because we can pretty much talk about everything.
Yeah, I think in one of your previous videos, I mentioned that when I was getting to know you and dating, what I liked about you was that you reach out, you meet people halfway, you engage. It takes 2 to tango. So for dating, and it's also for communicating. Communication takes effort from both parties.
So our tip number 2 is be able to identify your emotions. Don't let your emotions drive you. Sometimes we feel mad, we feel upset, we just say things right there without filters. Sometimes words can be very strong weapon. You say something and you regret it later, but it's too late because the person is already hurt and there's no way to reverse it. Take us for example, I am very hot-tempered compared to Pablo. Many times, you know, maybe it's my hormones or I just have a bad day. Things get to me easily. So sometimes, you know, something he did that I didn't like it, so I say it right there. And then by the time, you know, I realize that I'm like, oh my God, you know, what did I just say? So that happens sometimes. And then after a few times, I realize, oh my God, I really should identify how I feel that moment and at least hold it for a few hours and then come back to it. If it still bothers me, then I will bring it up to him.
I think you have to let everything out or most things out eventually. I think what Crystal learned from me and what I'm learning from Crystal is to find a balance, because I tend to hold things in for a much longer period only because I'm thinking about it. I'm pretty methodical about things, so I think we're both feeding off each other. You kind of temper yourself a little bit. I need to explode immediately a little bit more or let things out.
So our tip number 3 is express yourself. I have no problem because I am very expressive
You're very
person.
talkative.
Yes, I am. So sometimes even too much. But on the other hand, Pablo is more...
well, because I tend to meditate a lot on things, you may ask me like, what do I think about this? And I'm like, oh, let me think about it. So maybe you feel like I'm less expressive, but I think it's just...
It takes him longer.
It takes me longer to think about how or when I want to express myself.
Sometimes it could be frustrating for the other person, especially someone like me. Who just want a quick answer, and
it's hard to do that. So like I said, I used to write out a lot of things. Like I would write letters or I would write emails, and then I would read them over and I'd be like, all right, are all my thoughts captured in here? And is it expressed exactly how I want it to be expressed? To have maximum impact, you know? Use your words.
Use your words. And our final one is actually a bonus. It's something so basic that everyone tells you to listen to your partners. But guys, when I say to listen to your partners, I don't mean that, you know, I just listen to her venting. After that, I go back to square one. When I say listen, you really want to listen to it, take it in, and then think about it to see that if you agree or if you disagree. If you agree, okay, then how can I make it better? If I don't agree, it's okay. You talk to the partner why you don't agree to really make it work, you know, not just listen for the sake of listening.
Are you listening? Clear your mind and take it all in. What is that other person saying? That's it.
Yeah, I hope you find this video helpful. Thank you guys for watching.
All right, bye.
Bye.